to Nick White Live. Um, Good morning. You know, the Atari games today. Let's see what we got. We're gonna do sports games in no particular order. We've got track and field for the Atari 2600. This game was produced by Konami and released in 1983. So this is like one of those classic sports games, one of the very early sports game for the Atari. There are definitely older sports games than that, but that's a good one. Next we have Golf from 1978. So you can see this is like a classic golf game. Uses the joystick controller and has some sweet art on there. And I know it's a difficult game, but let's give it a shot, right? Okay, and then next we've got Skiing by Activision. Looks like this one came out in 1980. And I think what's interesting about this, we have the Salam run and the downhill run. So we have two different variations of gameplay, which we'll check them both out. And then finally, we've got 41 Surround, which has surround and video graffiti. Surround is kind of like the light bikes on Tron, where you try to it's a two-player game where you try to box each other in, and then video graffiti is like it's like a drawing game. So we're gonna check that out too. Okay, let's start with track and field. Boom, fires right up. That's what I love about, that's one of the things that I love about the Atari 2600. It just works. All right, I don't want that glare, so I'm just gonna do a little adjustment. Oh, you can see the gameplay starts automatically here. Just to preview the track and field events. We got the hurdles going right there. Nice. I think there's also a long jump and a dash. So it says 19, it says 84 on there. Let's give it a shot, shall we? So first things first, we get to type in our name at the top. Sweet, let's do that. All right, then let's go. Ready, set, go. Okay, we're racing. And I'm just taking the joystick back and forth. He beat me. Oh no, I beat him. Nice. That was close. What do we do here? We're running. Oh, that's a long jump. Okay. Foul. Gives me another run. Okay, here we go. Running. Jump. Okay. That's a high jump right there. Boom. 4 meters. Okay, let's try again. Here we go. Oh man, I jumped quite early there. William, you sound hot. No, it's not too hot. It's pretty comfortable here. Boom. Game over. All right, we're gonna try again. We didn't make it far enough, so we're gonna try again. Let's see. Hey from VA, welcome. We're just playing some classic Atari games, starting with track and field, so let's go. Okay, you can't start before they say go, otherwise you get disqualified. Go. We're going back and forth rapidly on the joystick. I beat him, right? Yeah, okay, barely, but I did. Okay, here we go. This is the long jump, so we're running. Thanks, William. Boom, 3-meter jump, not too bad. You can see my pink dot there. That's where, yeah, I started to jump a little bit early on this one. So let's fix that, right? Get the speed up. Ah, man. Still should have held off a little bit. 308, okay? All right, final jump, here we go. Get going fast. Oh man, jumped way too early there. Two, 7, 1, okay. What? Ah, I lost. Weak. We gotta try that again. Okay, let's go. All right, ready, set, go. Ah, foul. I started too soon. Ready, set, go. Come on. Boom. Damn, he beat me. Nope. It still let me proceed, so that's cool. All right, long jump, here we go. Damn. Yo, that's hard. Again, this controller is just one button, right? One button and a joystick. Whew. All right, here goes. That's tricky, man. Two, 8, 7, even worse than before. Okay, here goes my last jump. Let's go. A little better, but still. $336. No, man. Well, it looks like we're not going to make it to the hurdles. That is my third attempt, and I'm not able to beat the long jump. So let's move on from track and field. And let's play some skiing. Okay, here we go. And again, what's cool about this cart is, well, it was produced in 1980 by Activision, and oh yeah, the cart says Activision on the back, which is kind of sweet. I always like that about these cartridges. And there's 2 different game modes here. There's downhill and slalom. So let's play them both. Starting with slalom, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but essentially this is where you have to go between the flags. So here goes. Okay, and go. Okay, they count. Whoa. They count down on the top there. 15 more to go. 14 more. Eight more. Yeah, we're killing it. And there's the finish right there. Boom. We got it. I'm just gonna adjust this a little. There we go. That's a little nicer. Okay, we beat level 1. Let's go. Now there's 20. I'm trying to avoid the trees, I'm trying to avoid the rocks, and I'm trying to just ski down and go between the blue flags. You can see your progress is tracked at the top. 7 more to go. And of course your time's there as well. 5 more. 3 more, let's go. Boom, We beat it in 39 seconds. Let's go. Level 3. I think those are rocks, or yeah, I think that's what that is. Those gray blobs, I think those are rocks that I'm trying to avoid. Oh, I just realized if you tap the button, it restarts the level. Oh, so that sucks. And I can't really tell if this is all the same level again and again, or if the levels are generated randomly, because it all kind of feels the same. And I guess essentially I'm just trying to beat my time, right? So I made it in 30 seconds, and can I make it down faster than that? And those rocks don't seem to hurt me, so maybe they're not rocks. Nope, I can go right through them. All right, well, this is way too easy. So let me change the modes and see what we can do to add some difficulty. All right, that's way too easy. So we can select a game here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go. Let's just go to 3. Okay, 30. Okay, yeah, we definitely have to go through more goals now. We're going through 30. Let's do it. 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we're going a lot faster too. There we go. Ah, yeah. Hit the flag. I like hit the tree. Pay attention. Like the little animation. Now we're cruising. Boom. All right. So yeah, you would play this game against your friends, right? You would have your friends over, you go down the hill, see what your best time is, and then have them go down and yeah, see if they can beat your time. Boom. All right, and then the next game, cat video, how can I send you super chat? You know, I don't have that set up just yet, but I'm going to have it set up very soon. Thanks for asking. So now if we go up to a higher game setting, then we can do the actual, the downhill. So which is more like a freestyle, right? I think 5, yeah, I don't know. So we got a timer and we got a 500, so here goes. Oh yeah, the rock definitely took me out there. So now we're just going downhill. Whoa. I can only assume the numbers at the top are meters, right? And the lower that it gets, the closer to the bottom I am. And again, we got my time there so that we can, yeah, so you can play against your friends and try to beat their times. It's going kind of quick, but there's not a ton of obstacles. Spoke too soon. Boom. Yeah, again, not sure about the super chat, but I appreciate it. If you're interested, just subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, we'll work on super chat very soon. And here we go. 20. Oh. 1 minute in, and 10, 0. Okay, yeah, so that's it. How far can you make it to the, I mean, how fast can you make it to the bottom? Let's put it on the highest difficulty, which is going to be 10, and let's see what we can do. Here we go. All right, so we got 900 meters going downhill. Go. Oh yeah, we're cruising. All right. Dang, it's my fault. So far, we're making it look easy. All right, about 700 meters from the bottom. Damn. And if I could just stop hitting the trees, that'd be all right. Here we go. Oh wow, I can jump. That's rad. Can I? Oh sweet, I jumped over a rock. This is awesome. Okay, this difficulty setting, I have it set on 10 right now, which goes a little bit faster and allows me to jump rocks. Although it'd be sweet if there were ramps or half pipes or something cool. But I'll take jumping rocks, I guess. Yeah, I go out of my way to jump those rocks. Can jump after you're smashed up. It's great. There we go. Got it. What do they call them? A bunny hill or whatever? Maybe those are just, yeah. I don't know. Again, ramps or bumps or some kind of like something that would launch you off. Or maybe allow you to do some tricks or gain some speed or get some bonus points, you know. Pretty simple game. You're just going downhill, avoiding trees, avoiding rocks. And in this mode anyways. In the other mode, we're also going through the flags. But yeah, that's the end. There it is. And we have a couple more games actually. Next, we're gonna do golf. And you know, I'm not a huge golf fan, but this is a really fun game. So this, I love it. Game program golf, used with joystick controllers. This game was produced in 1978. Label, program, and audiovisual, 1978 Atari Inc. So let's give it a shot. It goes on 2 players, but obviously I'm just playing 1 player today. Set this guy up there. Boom, there we go. Okay, now this game I always thought was super difficult. In part because it's hard to control like which direction you're swinging in, right? So like wherever you can see the angle that your golf club creates. The dark blue circle is your golf ball, and you just kind of gotta hold the button to swing back. Boom. All right. Okay, slowly but surely. I think that's the par up there, right? 3. And I'm 2 strokes in. If I'm understanding this correctly. That's me, the golfer, the yellow dude. Okay, that's the sand trap there. Okay, we want to avoid that. Oh no. See, I came at that wrong. Gotta go this way. And that's the hole right there. There's the green and the hole, right? Straight down. Oh no. Let's do this right. There we go. One more time. 5. That's 5 strokes on a par 3, so that's not great. Okay, so that's the hole in the middle. We're doing putt-putt here, it looks like. Boom, hole in one. That was beautiful. All right, so as far as I understand, all this blue area is out of bounds, so you can walk over there, but if you hit your ball into the out of bounds area, then it sort of blends in color-wise, and you can't really see what's going on, so trying desperately not to hit it into the light blue area. Hit it with some power though. Okay, gotta get past those trees, and then I'm past the sand trap, and then I'm in the clear. Okay. Oh. See, it's strange that I have to stand on this side, but ooh. Oh man, that was close. All right, so okay, gotta get past this tree, man. Here we go. Sweet, okay. I'm not sure. It says maybe a par 5, and I'm 13 strokes in. I think that's, if I'm reading that right, that's, oh no, right into the sand trap. Bro, I can't even see my ball. Yeah, all right, nailed it. Okay. onto the putt. Let's try this. I just want to go straight in there. Try and hit it flat. So yeah, you can see like as you move, the club changes from like 4 pixels to a straight line. Boom. All right, so now we have a pond to avoid here. All right. Nope. Yeah, getting that angle right, man, I'm telling you. It's not as easy as it looks. And I think I might be on easy mode right now, so that's why I'm just sort of not doing that bad, although I am 20 strokes in. Hey. Oh. Ah, shoot, that was a mistake. Okay, let's hit it straight down. Yeah. Same with this one, straight down into the hole. So you just try to get that maybe angled ever so slightly and just hit it without too much power. Boom. I don't know, is there 9 holes? What are we on? What hole are we on? Is this 6? I think this is the 6th hole of 9. Hey. And this is a par 4. Just gonna knock that sucker into the green. Got it. Nice. That was a par 4, man, so I just got an eagle, right? Onto the putt-putt. Yep. See, I guess if you go bottom right, bottom left, top right, top left, that's how you're gonna determine like the angle that you're gonna hit the ball at. Okay, here we go. Or is this 5? Maybe the putts in between don't count as actual holes, and this is the 5 in the middle. I'm 28 strokes in on the 5th hole. That's how I'm reading it. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Anyways, you got 3 sand traps here that I'm going to try and get past. Okay, and I did it. Yeah, all right, so now we're gonna go sort of up to the, okay, straight in, no? Overshot it. Come on, okay. Yeah, so you can see this is hours and hours of fun. It's actually more fun on 2 players, you know, so you can play against your friends and see how they can kick your butt at golf. Oh, shoot. Okay, so this has happened to me before. If you hit your ball into the out of bounds, your ball's gone, man. Like, there's nothing you can do. It's just, oh, wait, hold on. No, see, I have no idea where the ball is. And even if you swing where you think it might be, it's just gone. It's like behind, wait. There it is. Holy cow, I brought it back. Yeah, but you could see how you could easily get it lost. And many of times I've been frustrated and shut the machine down because I can't find the ball out of bounds. All right, gotta get past these trees. Nope. Damn it. Oh, bounced off the tree. That was pretty sweet. Okay. go. There we go. All right, now I think this is hole 7. We got one sand trap and a pond. I don't know if anybody's ever played golf for the Atari 2600, but that's what we're playing right now. I think I'm on hole number 7, and I just hit my ball out of bounds, which is terrible. There it goes. Okay, luckily I found it. But yeah, what's interesting is when you do hit the ball when it's out of bounds, you actually have to. It has some additional resistance on it. You know, it's like you're in the rough. And the same. Nice. I meant to do that. Same with the sand pits. You have to give it like a little bit extra power in order to get out of the sand pits or in order to get out of the rough, which is actually pretty sophisticated for a 1983 Atari 2600 game, right? There we go. Okay, we're on hole 8. And I'm starting to get bored of this, but I want to see it through to the end. Let's play through 9 holes and see what we get. All right. I'm going to put some mustard on this. I'm going to hit this, slam it. Not quite. Lame. All right, here we go. Nope. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right. And this is... Boom. All right, 9th hole. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's beat golf on the Atari 2600, shall we? Let's see. Gotta hit it from underneath. Right? Yeah, here we go. So get as much angle as possible, right? And hit it as hard as we can. Yeah, what a drive. Into the rough. So you gotta really hit it with some strength here. There we go, got it out. Okay, look at that. Avoided the sand trap, avoided the tree. Now we just need to go straight up to the hole, and I don't know if we get any kind of victory screen. That'd be cool. Here's hoping. All right. I think this is the last putt. Oops. Okay, here goes the last putt. Oh, shoot. And tap it in. There we go. All right, that was it. So it took me 67 strokes to make it through all 9 holes, but we did it. If you're tuning in, thanks for watching Nick White Classics. We got one more game. That was golf for the Atari 2600, and next we have a pretty sweet game actually called 41 Surround. So there's no release date on the cartridge itself, so I'm not entirely sure, but you can see there's 14 modes on this game program, and 1 through 12 is Surround, which is a 2-player game, right? And it's very much like the light bikes on Tron. And then 13 through 14 is Video Graffiti, where you get to make art. So I think we're gonna do that. Let's do it. So swapping these out real quick. 13 and 14 are Video Graffiti. So let's turn this on. Just do game select mode until we hit 13 and start. Okay, so we got, if you hold the button, that's erase, and if you don't hold the button, you're gonna be writing. So here goes. Oh yeah, see, it's a little tricky to maneuver, but you know, it's no Photoshop, but it's cool for the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, so this is going to be, I'm just going to type the name of the channel on here and see if I can fit it in. Although I should probably like measure out how many, you know, how many pixels I can do, and then, you know, figure it out like the correct way, but that's fine. We're just going to wing it and see if we can fit the whole channel name on there. Yeah, man, this is like, I remember playing Mario Paint for this SNES back in the day, and which was awesome, and way better than this. As far as you had different paint brushes and stamps, and yeah, a lot of cool tools on that one. But yeah, what do you expect? It's the Atari 2600, and it's what we had back in the day. It's such a, you know, classic system with a ton of classic games, and I just absolutely love it. All right, there it is. Classics. Very legible too. Check that out. Now, do I have room? Let's see. I guess, yeah. Now let's write Nick White on top. Here we go. Yeah, that end's a little rough. That'll work. Sweet. I wish that I could change my color, and then I, you know, could make something like a little cooler. But it's fine. We'll do what we can. Whoops. Yeah, W is gonna be pretty tough. No, actually, there we go. Easy. Easier than I thought. Okay, now we gotta squeeze an E in there. Okay, here we go. Nice, you can go all the way to the edge of the frame, which is pretty cool. Boom, we did it. We spelled out Nick White Classics. And on that note, I think we're gonna call it a day. Thanks so much for tuning in to Nick White Classics. If you enjoy like backyard wrestling, old school 8mm tapes, retro gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good day. We'll catch you next time.